Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are at this point in time. I wanted to provide a little bit of context for the Module 8 readings on leader-member exchange theory. So I have a little PowerPoint that I wanted to share with you, and I hope you enjoy the readings and the content for this week. So the LMX theory occupies really a unique position among the leadership theories because it focuses on the dyadic relationship or just the back and forth relationship between the leader and the follower. The LMX theory was originally called the vertical dyad linkage or VDL theory, and that came in about 1975. So basically, the theory holds that it focuses specifically on that relationship between the leader and the follower, and it really states that some managers or some leaders have more uh, interactions with their team members than some of the other ones. They have a tendency to give more responsibility and also more recognition and rewards, if you will, to some people than they do to others within their team, and that sets the foundation for the relationship. It sets the foundation for organizational culture and for the transactions that happen between a leader and a follower. So, according to LMX theory, not all leader and follower relationships are at the same level. It creates an in-group and an out-group type situation. I'm sure many of you have recognized these kinds of situations from your practical workplaces. There's more of a trust. There's a higher quality and a higher level exchange, if you will, between members of the in-group and the leader, and those of the out-group usually stay a little bit more formal. So there's fewer responsibilities, there's less trust, there's less recognition, and there's less that feeling of a deeper relationship, if you will, between the out-group members and the leader than there is between the in-group members and the leaders. So the LMX theory is all about talking about how organizations are structured around this type of dyadic relationship between the leader and the follower. So how does one become a member of the in-group or the out-group in any particular organization? Well, often when you're new to an organization, you are sort of by definition part of the out-group until you can establish yourself. And there's been a lot of research on this whole in-group, out-group, and dyadic relationship between the leader and the follower. There's a list here of some of the more positive type things that can get followers into this in-group. So it can be based on a variety of factors, their role and responsibility, their competence and attributes, their personality. Some other things that might be added to the list and have also been studied might be the kind of political workings that are there, the who you know factor. So there's a lot of research out there on in-group and out-group, but fundamentally, for the most part, this is kind of a very simplistic list of how followers get defined into one group or another. So the theory holds that in-group members, in-group followers, not only perform their contractual or expected types of outcomes and expectations that are associated with whatever their position is, but they also take on additional unstructured tasks. And in exchange, the leader provides more influence, more position, more ability to be part of internal decision making, and so on and so forth. Whereas the outgroup members typically will function more just at that level where they meet the contractual expectations. They don't do a lot of other unstructured tasks. So high-level exchanges can have a lot of implications for organizations like greater innovation, positive job climate, something called organizational citizenship behavior, empowerment, and so on and so forth. So basically, those kinds of higher level exchanges can then result in the entire group or the entire organization functioning at a higher level. So it raises that bar to a higher level is one of the potential outcomes of the theory. So higher level exchanges, getting more people to operate in that in-group type capacity, not an out-group type capacity, should be the goal for organizations according to the LMX theory. So in your first reading from Module 8, the author really takes you on a journey of the development or the evolution of leader-member exchange theory from its earlier vertical dyad roots and situates it within a particular taxonomy of leadership literature that puts it squarely in the realm of relation-based theories or theories that are based on that relationship between the leader and the follower. And when we're taking a very simplistic look at LMX theory, like we have in this very basic and very simplistic introductory PowerPoint on this, it almost seems a little bit like common sense, but I think the author, especially of the first reading for this week, does a really good job in contextualizing all this within the other theoretical foundations of the leadership literature and showing how it relates to some of the other trait and behavior approaches and theories that we've studied so far in class. So I hope that by really carefully reading, especially your first reading, all of them are important for sure, but the first reading really helps to situate it within a 25-year period and show the growth of the literature and the growth of the importance of this relationship-based theory. So enjoy your readings this week and let me know if you have any questions as always.